as Keurig tries to make quick work here. Here comes the pitch. That one's low and in the dirt and skips up as Veen, having a little bit of an adjustment problem to going from first base to catcher. I always hated that when I got switched in the middle of a game from a position. It's a tough adjustment. That one's going to be swung on and hit, but that one's going to go foul. As a little bit late on that one was Botzenhart. 2-1 is the count.
Windy.
It is very windy. 2-1, one out. The ball comes back into play. 7-2, the Lancers lead the Cyclones here in the bottom of the fourth. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit. That one's going to be a line shot right over the top of Stasunis. Going to pick that one up as Ruvalcaba fires it in to Stark over at second. Not getting that one in fast, but Botzenhart works the count into her favor and gets on base with a single.
Yeah, good hit there. 5-run lead now, runner on first. Again, a lot of these runs could have been avoided. It's as if same sort of situation between the guys game 2 days ago on Tuesday. Although Moraine was on top of that doubleheader victory against Morton, but same sort of situation. I mean, there were so many errors by Morton that hardly any were chalked against that of the pitch.
Pop fly over to Stark, camps underneath it, makes the catch. 2 outs here as Cooley pops that one up over towards the first base side.
That's where it's almost like you want it. It's not an infield fly. You accidentally drop it, throw first and second, but
yeah, you could do
ref,
that.
The ump was right there. So.
Yeah. It would, they would probably not call anybody out. But 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Up next is Mary Vandermeer. She has been on base twice with a walk and a single. Swung on and fouled straight back to the fence. She came around and scored in that third inning, that 4-run rally in the third inning. So, trying to get out of this inning is Keurig with the runner on first base, Botzenhart. And here comes the pitch from Keurig. Change up, beautiful pitch right there to Vandermeer. Had her out, way out in front. 0-2 with 2 outs here on SportsTownChicago.com. Dr. Pete alongside Kyle, myself. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. And Keurig gets out of there with the strikeout swinging on Vandermeer. So coming up in the top of the fifth, it is going to be Anderson, Wheaton, and Stasunis right back here at SportsTownChicago.com.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, with hands-on training and face-to-face industry networking, has helped launch several great broadcasting careers. Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate Mike Kurtz.
How did ICB help me? Let's just say this one simple thing. Take advantage of everything, from studio time to everything that they have, all the equipment that's available to you. Go out, get your internship. This is what I did. I put everything in one pile, went out, got my internship, got hired on part-time before I even graduated ICB. Within 2 months after graduation, I was hired on full-time in the production department. Guess what? Now I got the best of both worlds. Monday through Friday, it's production. Every Saturday night, I have my own show on air at 96.7 The Eagle. Classic rock that really rocks.
You just heard it firsthand, so now it's your turn. Call the Illinois Center for Broadcasting at 630-916-1700 to schedule a campus tour. That's 630-916-1700. Or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
And back here on SportsTownChicago.com, as the Cyclones are up to bat now. Starting things off with Anderson against Cooley. That one goes high and outside to Anderson. She struck out in the second. As Cooley throws that one high for a ball. Here comes the pitch again. Swung on and missed by Anderson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top of the 5th inning.
Lake County wants to make quick work here, get this game moving along. Anderson, those got some speed as we've seen those wheels out in right field. Let's see what she can
One
Right
ball,
to the plate.
2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. On the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Anderson.
Lot of, you got 3 players in a row. They're going to have some massive speed. Form or rain. So if any of these players get on, again, no drag bunt attempts so far today here, Griff. By either team. We've had straight up bunts, but no drag bunts.
Very, very, very surprising. There's no lefties in the lineups either, so that could be a big reason why. 3-2 is the count to Anderson as that pitch from Cooley goes high and outside. Let's see if Anderson can get herself on. Pitch from Cooley, swung on and missed by Anderson. She goes down swinging once again. And coming up next is Wheaton. And on deck is Stasunis. As Wheaton struck out in the first and got on with a walk in the third. Here comes the pitch from Cooley. That ball on the inside portion of the plate. 7-2. The Lancers still lead. 1 out here on SportsTownChicago.com. Pitch from Cooley, fouled straight back by Wheaton.
I tell you, Cooley, she has pitched a heck of a day.
Yes, she has.
Both games, still just wearing the short sleeves. I don't need sleeves. Who needs sleeves?
Not her.
I'm bringing the heat.
Cooley gets the sign, and here comes the pitch. That one's going to be popped up on the infield. Let Botson, Hart, and Vandermeer collide. And Vandermeer makes the catch over at third. For the second out of the game, or of this inning. Up next is
if it's out of the game, I'm going to make a phone call and get some more heat brought in. It's like every single game, it's like, it's not going to get that cold.
Yeah. Had it not been a doubleheader, we'd have been all right. But it's getting later, getting colder. Here comes the pitch from Cooley. That one's going to be popped up on the infield once again. Sanchez is going to go over and camp underneath it and makes the catch. F3 if you're scoring. That's the third out of the inning. And coming up for the Lancers is going to be Hannah Graham, Charlotte Sanchez, and Courtney Pasifine. So we'll be right back here. SportsTownChicago.com.
SportsTownChicago.com is the internet sports station that is located at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, Illinois. We offer you a chance, or should I say an opportunity, to become an on-air personality, get invited to live sporting events, and we teach you how to interact with your listeners. Get the training you need to get in the broadcasting industry. Just go to SportsTownChicago.com or dial 630-916-1700.
Friday Night Hoops.
We've got balls!
Basketballs, that is. Yes, that's right. We're bringing you all the high school basketball news from around the area.
Whoopee!
Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. only on SportsTownChicago.com.
And back here on SportsTownChicago.com as the Lancers still lead the Cyclones 7-2 going into the bottom of the fifth inning. Still on the mound for the Cyclones is Keurig. And up to bat for the Lancers, it's going to be Hannah Graham. She struck out in the first and got on in the third with a walk and came around to score. So we'll see what she can do here against Keurig. Kind of the opposite of both words, strikeout and a walk. So let's see what's in between here. Hannah Graham, and here comes the pitch from Keurig. That one's going to go high and sail the dugout as she gets a little chuckle out of that one.
Yeah.
Oops, thank God no one's on base.
I lost grip of that one.
I'm looking over at Coach to see if he's going to get mad.
You or her?
See, I think Coach.
Okay.
Here comes the pitch. That one's going to go high again. And 2-0 on the count here at Moraine Valley Community College. Dr. Pete alongside Kyle. Here we go. And pitch high and outside again.
She's starting to lose the grip there a bit as all three have sailed high, one even out of the reach of catch.
Yep, 3-0 on Graham. Here comes a pitch from Keurig. Strike one right down the outside portion of the plate. Good pitch right there. Keeping it on the outside portion of the plate so Graham doesn't swing at it, but foul straight back on that one. 3-2 fighting back to bring it to a full count.
There are some geese flying and landing in the practice field right next to the facilities.
Do you know what hunters call geese? Food honkers.
Oh.
Here comes the pitch from Keurig. That one's going to go high right above the eye line of Graham, and she's going to get the walk. Up next is Sanchez.
Yeah, very Keurig-like to put that runner on base, and Sanchez, again, missed patience. We might have 2 runners on base, no outs before we know it.
Yeah, very well could be. 7-2, the Lancers lead. And Sanchez in the box, and Keurig. Here comes the pitch. Strike right down the middle of the plate. Veen pops up out of that crouch real quick to get Graham back over to first. She's kind of waiting to see if she's going to make a snap throw over there. Here we go. Keurig with the pitch. Change up on the outside portion of the plate. Trying to take something off of that and get Sanchez to ground and do a double play.
They had the right idea, though, Kyle, pulling that one off.
Trying to pull the string on that one. Here we go. That pitch low in the dirt. Veen looks over at first base again. 2-1 is the count to Sanchez. She's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out and a fielder's choice. That one's going to be hit right down that first base line. Again, coming over is Anderson, but all the way coming on is Graham. She's going to stop at third, and slipping, coming around first base is Sanchez. Let's hope she's all right.
Oh boy,
she's hurt. Is that not very good? I didn't see it, but standing on third is Graham, and the trainer coming out to take a look at Sanchez.
And nothing. You never like to see anybody get hurt. And maybe she hit the bag wrong while jogging over there. She had an easy single on that one, but. While we have a minute, Kyle, I want to remind everybody, this game being brought to you by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, our main sponsor for today's broadcast. Year-long college, if you want to become a broadcaster yourself, go to beonair.com, call 630-916-1700, 630-916-1700 for more information. Get your broadcasting career started today. We got some more Moraine Valley coming up next Thursday, doubleheader versus COD. Going to be a big rivalry game here for the baseball team. Tomorrow, lacrosse action here on the station with some Fremd High School lacrosse. And your friend and mine, only when he works, is Chris Labasco.
Yeah, he's not my friend when he doesn't work, so it's cool.
Tip your hat to Jeff. Good job. Good hustle out there. Make sure everybody's okay.
And Sanchez is up and all right.
Could just be cramping. I mean, it's
just
the weather.
cold.
The weather has changed so much.
She wanted a quick warm-up jog. And up next is Courtney Passafume. She doubled in the third inning, plating some runs. So here we go. That one's going to be fouled right over in front of us. Luckily, that wasn't a line shot, because that probably would have took you out, Pete.
I would not have been able to, A, get my hand out of my pocket quick enough, or B, been able to move it because of the lovely weather to even get in a position to defend myself.
Yep, here comes the pitch.
That's fine. Take out 2 headsets in one day. That's fine.
That pitch high to Passafume, who's the shortest player out there right now. So in that very small strike zone. Here comes the pitch from Keurig. That one's going to be high and outside.
She was tempted to swing at that one. That was neck level.
Yeah, she's notorious for swinging at those high ones. She did so very well in that second inning. Here comes a pitch from Keurig. That one's going to be low in the dirt. Good scoop by Veen. Stopping that one so Graham can't come down that third base line and score. 3-1 is the count to Passafume. 2 runners on the corner. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be a ball right high and on the outside corner as Keurig walks it loaded. Sanchez to second, Passafume to first on the walk. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Up next, Deanne Wise. Here comes the pitch from Keurig. That's going to be a strike right on the outside portion of the plate. Good pitch. Wise, starting things off here.
That's how you want to start it. You want to get in her head. I'm going to pitch it to you, and I'm going to try to get you struck out.
Keurig with the pitch. And then we swung on and hit. Throws it home. Oh, but Veen drops it at home. And that run comes across as Graham comes to score. Sanchez to third, Passafume to second. And Wise on first with the fielder's choice on the error.
That's tough. That is the second time today there has been a force at home, and the catcher has dropped it. Veen had good position, dropped to a knee. It hit the middle of the heart of the glove and just bounced out. I tell you, she's making great stops behind the home plate, but when it matters, not able to bring that one in.
Yep, 8-2 now is your score here in the bottom of the fifth as the Lancers lead the Cyclones. That strike right on the outside corner to Casey Mata, who is 0 for 2 on the day, who was reached with an error. That one low in the dirt. Good scoop by Veen once again. Being a good backstop there to keep the run from coming in. 2-1 to Mata. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be fouled back over towards those evergreens. 2-2. Runners on first, second, and third. No outs. Here comes the pitch from Keurig. Swung on and hit out to left center. That one's going to go down. Rubalcaba's going to get that one in, and he's going to not fire it home. As 2 runs across here, as Stasunis has to eat that one.
And that's going to be a game, Kyle, as they've hit the mark here. You got to go through 5.5 innings to get to that point, and they just got there with those runs.
Yes, they did. As Sanchez and Passafume come around to score. That's the way things are going to end. 12-2 for the Lancers against Moraine Valley Cyclones. You know, not an all-around bad day. You know, the Cyclones got beat up pretty bad here in this second game. But, you know, good things to look forward to. You made good contact. You just came up against a very hot pitcher in Cooley. She pitched 2 gems. And, you know, what are you going to do when you go up against a hot hand like Cooley?
Not much you can do there, Kyle. I mean, a lot of defensive mistakes for Moraine. I mean, really, just a lot of defensive mistakes for them, and not much you could do.
Yeah.
Not much you could do when the catcher's dropping force outs and stuff like that happens. So, but needless to say, hey, Lake County came in and they wanted to win, did so in both games, taking out the doubleheader here. Want to remind everybody, going to some Steve Muehlhausen and some Fight Club Chicago shortly here. SportsOnChicago.com. I want to thank you for joining our broadcast. We'll be available shortly as a free downloadable podcast, as you can only find it here on SportsOnChicago.com, as we are in a league of our own.
Amen.